Attention passionate Detroit, Lions fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Detroit Lions' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Detroit Lions fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRIENDS and Detroit LIONS fans. Let's get to the news now. Lions fans, buckle up because the NFL landscape is buzzing with some serious trade rumors that could reshape the NFC North, and more specifically, our secondary. Word is that the Carolina Panthers, currently sitting at a dismal 1-8 and in full rebuild mode, might be looking to shake things up by trading away one of their promising young cornerbacks, J.C. Horn. And if this move materializes, it could be a game changer for us. The whispers, coming from league sources like Diana Rossini, suggest that the Panthers are eyeing a future second-round pick in the 2026 draft in exchange for Horn. Yeah, you heard that right. The Panthers are potentially willing to part ways with Horn to free up cap space, about $20 million, and focus on their rebuild, especially after leaking an alarming 32 points per game this season. It's a classic case of a team trying to reset fast, and Horn, a player with a lot of potential and already proven his worth, fits what the Lions need right now. The Panthers are also struggling with injuries, especially on offense, with Chuba Hubbard being out for 2 games due to a concussion. They're prioritizing acquiring offensive picks, but their defense, specifically the secondary, is a mess right now. They've allowed over 30 points in most games, and Horn, a 2025 draft pick, could be the upgrade Detroit needs to bolster its secondary. For us Lions fans, this isn't just about adding another player. It's about addressing a critical hole after the injuries we've suffered in our secondary, particularly following the injury to C.J. Gardner-Johnson. We've been searching for a true Pro Bowl caliber cornerback who can lock down the opponent's best receiver and elevate our entire defense. J.C. Horn, with his skill set and potential, checks those boxes. He's a player who can neutralize short routes, which has been a problem area for us, especially in coverage against quick passes and yards after the catch. Looking at Horn's profile, he's a player with a solid college background and has been trending upward in the NFL. He's only 25, but he's made a significant impact when healthy. In the current season, he's played 8 games with 22 solo tackles, 10 assists, and 32 combined completions allowed. He has 2 interceptions, which shows his ball-hawking ability, and he's also accumulated some solid advanced stats, an 88. 2 PFF grade, a completion percentage allowed of just 53%, and an EPA per target of -0.29. Horn's man coverage skills are exceptional, with about 85% success in man alignments, and he's very effective in limiting yards after catch, allowing only around 3-4 yards YAC. His injury history isn't perfect, moderate knee issues that caused him to miss 2 games, but those concerns are manageable, especially if the Lions can keep him healthy. What makes Horn particularly appealing is his profile as a player who can help us improve our pass defense significantly. If acquired, he would be a major upgrade, potentially adding about 4 interceptions to our total, reducing opposing passing yards per attempt from 7.0 to around 5.7 and boosting our pass defense rate dramatically, improving from 13% to roughly 30%. Imagine what this means for Detroit. A secondary that already includes guys like Jeff Okuda and Emmanuel Mosley would be reinforced with Horn's coverage ability. He'd be a perfect fit to complement our existing players, especially considering how much the division has shifted toward passing attacks. Look at the Bears, Vikings, and Packers all trying to air it out more. Horn's presence would allow us to tighten up coverage on the perimeter, cut down on yards after catch, and force more turnovers, which is something we desperately need. Our current turnover rate of 1.3 per game would see a significant jump, maybe to over 2.2, giving us more opportunities to flip field position and score. And it's not just about individual stats, it's about the ripple effect. With Horn on board, our defense would become more aggressive, forcing the opposing offenses into tougher third-down situations, and reducing big plays that have hurt us in the past. You know how explosive the division has become? The Vikings, Justin Jefferson, the Bears' offense with Justin Fields, and even the Packers' receivers. Having a player like Horn could be the key to neutralizing some of those threats. Plus, this move would help balance the defense, giving us more flexibility to rush the passer with Hutchinson and others, knowing that the secondary can hold down the fort. Speaking of Hutchinson, his recent performance, 5 sacks and an increased pressure rate, has been a bright spot for us. But the secondary's struggles have sometimes limited our ability to dominate games fully. With Horn, we could see a more complete, aggressive defense that can dictate the pace and control the game more effectively. His addition could also serve as a catalyst for our whole defense, turning us into a more formidable unit that opponents have to game plan around. Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. Adding Horn isn't just about this season. It's about setting up a future that's even brighter. The Lions have already been on an upward trajectory under Goff's leadership, and with a secondary that can lock down opponents, our chances of making a deep playoff run increase exponentially. Imagine the impact in the postseason. Horn's ability to shut down top receivers could be the missing piece that elevates our defense from good to elite. Looking ahead, the trade could also have a ripple effect on the NFC playoff picture. The odds of Lions making a run to the Super Bowl could improve dramatically, especially if Horn's presence boosts our defensive stats and helps us win those close games in January. Right now, the Super Bowl odds are sitting around plus 1,500, but with this move, they could tighten significantly, maybe even dropping to plus 550 or better. That's a massive boost of confidence and a signal that the Lions are serious contenders. Horn's proven track record and his potential to be a key factor in the postseason make him an X-factor for us, similar to how players like Ramsey have transformed defenses and elevated teams like the Dolphins in recent years. Of course, this isn't just about acquiring talent. It's about making a statement. The Lions are in a position to become a dominant team in the NFC, and this move could be the catalyst for that. It's about building a defense that's not just good but elite, one that strikes fear into opponents and gives our offense the space to operate without constantly looking over our shoulder. Jared Goff, with his leadership and precision passing, would benefit immensely from a secondary that can hold its own, allowing him to take those calculated shots downfield knowing Horn or our other defensive backs can handle the coverage. In terms of the division, this move would send shockwaves. The Bears, Vikings, and Packers are all trying to improve, but if the Lions land Horn and bolster their secondary, they will have a significant edge. It's about consistency, depth, and making sure that every part of our team is firing on all cylinders. If the secondary becomes as formidable as we think it can, the NFC North could turn into a division where Detroit is the team to beat for years to come. Now, I know some fans might be wondering about the risks involved. Trading a future second-round pick isn't insignificant, but when you consider the potential impact Horn could have, adding 4 INTs, cutting down yards after catch, boosting turnovers, and elevating our overall defense, it's a move that could define the Lions' season and beyond. Plus, with the Panthers needing to free up cap space, especially with plans to extend players like Bryce Young and focusing on their offensive line, this trade makes strategic sense for both sides. So Lions fans, what do you think? Is this the move that takes us over the top? Can Horn be the piece that finally pushes us into serious Super Bowl contention? The potential is there, and the opportunity to make a statement in the NFC North and the entire NFC is right in front of us. We've seen how aggressive GMs can be at the deadline, and this could be one of those moments that define our franchise for years to come. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Detroit Lions news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Looking ahead, it's clear that the Lions are positioning themselves not just as playoff contenders, but as a team with Super Bowl aspirations. Adding a player like J.C. Horn would be a bold statement, showing that Detroit is serious about competing at the highest level. His ability to lock down top receivers, combined with our already talented front seven, could create a defense that's the envy of the league. And for our fans, that's what we've been dreaming of, a team that's not just good, but great, capable of making noise in January and beyond. And now, Detroit Lions fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Detroit Lions. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Detroit Lions news. This is an exciting time for us all, and with moves like this, the future looks brighter than ever. Let's keep the faith, keep the roar alive, and get ready for what could be a historic chapter in Lions history.